Okay, let's see how we go. I'm going to hang out before this all starts making a bunch of noise. Let's see what happens. How bad could it be? Or how bad will it be is a real question. I'll wait for some people to join in and come and hang out, and it looks like my video's working, which is nice. But I guess we'll see what happens with the audio. And if the audio's crap, well, there's not too much I can do. You hear words, hey, Kale, that's a start, right? If we can hear words, we might be able to hear real notes as well. Everybody's going to love the way I fixed this, by the way. I'll wait for some more people to join and share some stories. How's everybody doing today? What's going on? I'm going to clean some grease off my guitar. I'll do that later. It's fine. I'm going to make it greasy again anyway. Well, it's very good that it's working. Can everybody hear audio like this? Rise upon your feet. Promises. Next time will be different. Awesome. Seems like it's working. This is a positive step. Okay, excellent. There's a question. Don't own a Mesa Mark Series amp. How can I achieve the blue murder tone with a 5150 and a Les Paul? Good question. I know John switched over to modded Marshalls for the second album, so you can definitely get close. I mean, if you want that super tight boogie thing, you know, cut some bass before the preamp, so you could use an EQ pedal or something. An EQ pedal in the loop might help as well. So, all right, I'm gonna play Rewind Your Mind starting from the start, and then I will play the new single we just put out because, in case you didn't see, Ragdoll has a new single out. You can all listen to it, and you're all gonna hear it in just a second. So I will warm up by playing a song because I definitely need the warm up. So play your Rewind. Let's do it. All right. Oh, what is happening here? Why are we listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan? I think I need to clear my queue on here. Thanks to everybody who's jumped on, and I hope it's sounding nice in my cans right here. I was going to change something on the stream, the overall output. YouTube wants me to change the overall stream rate. Okay, well, let's do that. Hopefully this will optimize and it will be even better. So, yeah, I see what's happening. I see what's happening here. All right, so I'm going to take a few questions and I'll play Sky's Limit, the new single. Glad it sounds tasty. The Poncho Man. Does everybody like my absolutely ridiculous shirt, overshirt, poncho, whatever you want to call it? I got this from the markets in Fremantle. Anyone who's ever been to Western Australia knows all about Freo. And we were taking the ferry to get a gig on Rottnest Island. You'd all know Rottnest because you all know about quokkas, those cute little marsupials. So we were doing that and we missed the ferry. There's a ferry every hour, but we missed the ferry we were meant to get. So, yeah, walked around the markets for an hour and saw this and couldn't not buy it. So, very, very comfortable. Okay, I'm going to do the new one. I need to hook up my wah for this. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm just going to put a wah pedal down here. I might actually move my pedals a bit closer to me so I can use them effectively. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. There's the top of my head. Just what everybody needs to see on there. Well, depending what part of the world you're in. Let's see. Let's make sure we got some tasty, tasty wah-wah in here. No wah. That's a bit of an issue. It's a bit of a thing. Let's fix that. Now we should have some wah. What am I doing wrong here? I plugged it into the wrong thing, haven't I? We got some wah. We got some wah. Probably done the wrong thing again over here. Auto engage is on. What's with that? I think we're good to make some noise. Man, this new guitar is awesome. Yeah, thank you to Audio Technica for providing me with over-the-ear headphones. It's very, very good, even taking it down to drop C. It's great for the vintage stuff, but it's good for the angry stuff as well. So, let's do it. All right, that was fun. That's the first time that has been performed publicly, I guess. We've got a show on Friday coming up in Melbourne, so we've added this to the set list. It's gonna be fun playing it live for the first time. I got some stories, so if you can ask questions about that. But I'm glad everybody likes the wah-ness in there. And then the pentatonic chaos that ensures the pentatonic chaos that ensures. This is the first time I've seen a guitar. Isn't it a wonderful thing to see a guitar for the first time? This is a pretty good guitar as well. This is a PRS DGT. Shout out to my buddy Roy, if he's watching, because Roy hit me up and was like, hey, I've got this amazing DGT. I'm not using it. Do you want to buy it? And yeah, this one came all the way from Norway. And it's good. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. Very, very fortunate to have this thing in my hands. So, yeah, DGT. Highly recommend. I've played 2 core DGTs and an SE, and they've all been really, really good. It's totally that surfing with the alien thing, isn't it? How does that one go? Yeah, let's refresh our memories for this. Man, I remember hearing this song for the first time. Sorry, we're talking about surfing with the alien because of that wah. It's bringing back some memories. There's 2 uses of wah that changed my life. The first one is in the Thin Lizzy song "Don't Believe a Word." That was the first guitar solo I ever heard where I was like, "What is happening there?" And it's got that, what does it do? So there's that one, and then surfing with the alien. I remember the first time I heard that for the first time. It was pretty incredible. Just, I'm gonna have to play that theme for you now. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Joe, you absolute monster. So good. Yeah, then what does he do? We all know this song, right? And then there's a tapping in there. I remember hearing that tapping and it like melted my brain. I don't think I've ever learnt that. I think he taps with a pick as well. You know, that whole... But with the wah. So yeah, they're my 2 favorite uses and abuses of wah. What wah am I using? And yeah, probably No More Tears is the next wah one where I was like, whoa, that's amazing. what wire am I using? I'm using the Axe FX. So I'm using this to control the wah, which is a big chunky boy, a Fractal EV1. It's good because it fits my entire foot on it, which I like. I've got the EV2 on my main pedal board. But yeah, I'm using just a Crybaby model in the Fractal. It sounds sick. Having all this pitch detune on here helps as well, you know. If I turn it off, you get... And then, yeah, if you want the... Of course, you can't talk about wah without talking about Kirk. So you just rock your foot back and forth. Yeah, the Morleys have that big chunky thing on there, don't they? That's awesome. I see people talking about wah and ADAs, and it makes me very happy. Someone's playing this stream through their PA, so I should probably play some more music for them. I'll actually, before we do that, I'll show you a few things with this riff. You know, it's a bit of a 3/5 riff, but you think of it being in, I'm in drop C, so probably that's an, what is that? C, D, D, it's an F natural. Feels like, yeah, if you can polyrhythm that wah, then you've truly mastered it. So, I guess to me it's... very much, there's no second degree in there, so... Could be Phrygian dominant. It works, but there's no second in there, so it could be either. I'm actually using the Brit 800 mod in the Axe at the moment, which I'm enjoying. I might switch over to the regular song and dance, which is this. A bit tighter. That's pretty cool. What was I talking about? Yeah, so if anyone wants to learn that riff, so it's kind of like root 5, flat 7 root, and then 3/4. And then you do this very Thai table inspired chord. So that's the first bit, then you do this again. And then there's some octaves in the verse. There's the chorus is pretty straightforward. It's basically, well, there's 4 chords. It's okay, nothing new there, but you put this note on the top, so it's with the open 3rd string. And then this one that's kind of makes it almost sound like something you'd play on a synth. And then the second time I love in drop tunings just doing that chord, which I guess is a sus. That's the root. It's a sus4. So that's the chorus. They're the bits of the song. There's not a whole lot happening. It's just got a weird structure. Mate, thank you for the super chat. Is the How Not to Play video series coming back? I can happily bring that one back because there's so many riffs I do not know how to play properly. Requests, I feel like some winger would fit very, very well into that entire series. You know, like how not to play everything Reb does. But yeah, that's right. You know, how many different ways can you mess that up? See? Rubbish. Anything Testament. All right, let's do this. I actually got the Floyd on my Hamer Californian going again. So let's get that one happening. Hey, pull this one off the rack. Let's see. Let's do some Testament. Man, that was interesting. I remember buying their... It definitely was like some kind of weird compilation thing when I was about 18, having decided that Megadeth were the best thrash band, and then hearing Alex and hearing all the stuff with Testament, and it was amazing, and still is amazing. Alex is such a good guitar player. Let's try not play that winger riff one more time. All right, let's bring up some Testament, maybe some Gathering or something like that. Oh, it's been a while. Happy to take requests for it as well, because I feel like I'm about to get caned by this. Let's see. No, Gathering isn't the one I was thinking of. You all know the one I'm thinking of. Testament. Let's just pick a random song from the internet. Practice What You Preach, or ooh. Souls of Black was pretty good as well. Like peak 1990, or The Legacy, because that's the first one. Burnt Offerings, I think, is the song I was thinking of. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start at the start. Let's do Burnt Offerings and let it absolutely cane me. I am ready. And we just had another very generous super chat for some Skid Row. That one is coming up next. Practice What You Preach was another request as well. Let's go. This is what I want. is spicy. Let's do a bit of this. I'm actually just gonna cheat and look up the tab because I want people to hear this properly. Alright, I gotta get my right hand going for this one clearly, so. Eric Peterson is such a good rhythm guitar player as well. Here we go, so it's. Where are we at? And then. This is the riff that I want right here. I like this chromatic thing he's playing. That is like peak late 80s thrash metal, isn't it? This is so fun. This is Amelia. Amazing. Someone wanted to hear some Hatchet. We'll get to that in a second. So let's hear a little bit of Testament. Let's see if I can play this intro riff. That's the riff I'm looking for. I like right at the start, yeah. And like, instead of... But then it's... And then... What is happening there? Alright, next riff. That harmonic minor thing that's happening in there. Oh yeah. Let's try it. I see what's happening there. I love that minor thirds thing going down. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a boost on this actually to get that kind of thrash sizzle. Let's try this. And then we will try... let's see. Skid Row Slave to the Grind. Oh no. Someone wants me to play some Exodus. You guys are punishing me. This is this is going to be great. Am I getting that? This does have 27 frets, yep. Not super well set up there, so... Galbatone Audio. It has been a very, very long time since Austin, Texas. What was that? Headhunters or something, I think it was called. So, Skid Row Slave to the Grind for Mike Reese is going to be coming very, very soon. I just want to actually try play through a little bit of a Testament song. I love that slapback kind of effect on the vocal as well. It makes it sound so much meaner. Very, very underrated thrash singer, Chuck Billy, as well. Like him and Eric have put out some great stuff. So there's some Testament for you. Let's try Slave to the Grind. What a great song. I've played this before in a Skid Row tribute band, so I should know how to play this. Diddle-a-diddle-a, diddle-a-diddle-a. Let's do it. I'm just going to get a guitar that I can put to drop D. I won't do this guitar. Thank you for reminding me about that excellent, excellent song. I really, really appreciate that. All right. That is very, very generous, Mike. So, if anyone wants to know how to play that, drop D. So there you go. That wasn't too much punishment on here. I'm just trying to feeding time at the zoo. Okay, I'm gonna get caned on this one now. This is good. I'm enjoying the punishment. Yes. Oh boy. I love the artwork on this album. Here we go.
Hello?
The monkey department, please.
Yes, well, what is it?
Oh, I'm interested in purchasing some monkeys.
Yes,
You, I understand, have some for sale.
yes.
What types of monkeys do you have?
Well, we have the spider monkey, we have the little capuchin monkey, we have the cinnamon ringtail. Well, what monkey do you want?
Well, which are the most tender?
You mean which make the best pet?
No, I'm interested in making monkey soup.
A what?
Why do you do this to me?
Interested in making monkey soup.
A what?
What on earth is happening there? There's definitely one guitar going. And the other one sounds like it's going. Something like that. Let's have a look at a chart, shall we? Teach me the ways. So. Yeah, there you go. Oh man, those tight staccato things, and then the... That is such an underrated, difficult thing to do, the parallel. You can do it one-handed fine. Whoa. I love that riff. Okay. Oh, the punishment is real. This one is coming from... I'm just catching up with the chat. Thank you for the very generous super chat, Jeff. It's borderline blasphemous to mention Savatage without mentioning Chris Oliva. However, there's plenty of great music made with the likes of Caffrey, Petrelli, and even Skolnick. What was your favourite song solo in the post-Chris era? Excellent question. You know, it's kind of like obviously when you have a pair of brothers in a band as well, that's a pretty big aspect. And you know, Chris is like had such a, he kind of, you know, you wouldn't want to argue he was the band because it was a band, but as a guitar player, he's the like point of incision that you really get into. So there's a couple that immediately come to mind. I'll include TSO in here as well because Al plays with TSO, but a friend of the channel, Angus Clark, plays with TSO as well, who you should all go and check out. Amazing player, great dude. I chat to Angus a lot, and I learn a lot of the time just kind of, you know, seeing his videos. And you know, it's somebody who truly appreciates the Blackmore and the Gilmore and the Iommi and the Jimmy Page, you know, the standard bearers, the initiators. And Gary Holt is amazing as well. Is this a Rev model? It's actually the 2203, but let's hear the Rev because the Rev sounds sick. Oh, the Rev has way more of that like pushed mid thing that Gary has, doesn't it? That's awesome. Anyway, talking about Savatage, Handful of Rain immediately comes to mind with Alex on guitar. I really like that song. But there's a song on there called Nothing Going On, which sounds like, it's just chunk. I really, really like it. I remember reading that they wrote it about sort of like the drug dealers outside the studio they were recording. I'm going to try and work it out. Had a bit of that.
Take 6.
This is almost definitely recorded down a whole step, so I will do this and grab the DG because it's in drop C. So it's probably got like, it's such a simple part, but it works so well that let's try it now. I actually kind of like that. Let's go back to the Mark series for this.
But nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on. Twisting nerve, shifting beat, taking a slack, taking a slack. Gone too far, you can't retreat. Cover your tracks, cover your tracks.
what is it? Dead Winter Dead. There is a track called... I'm going to have to look up the whole album because it's been a very long time since I listened to this one. Intro is awesome. Doesn't matter anyway. Love. That whole last stuff. I assume it's Al. Almost the same riff. Man, that's so it's pretty standard at the start. That and then yeah, that whole. What does he do? It's a very Chris style lead, isn't it? That It's almost the same riff, it's just down a whole tone, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And then Wake of Magellan. I think somebody mentioned Wake of Magellan down here. Before I do that, The Altar from Dr. Butcher. There's some good suggestions in here. Yeah, Chris Caffery is pretty underrated. He's someone who, like, I really, really respect how he, like, leveled up, you know? Taunting Cobras, that's the other one. Yes. Shadow Gallery. I can't believe somebody mentioned that band. That's amazing. For kind of obscure prog bands as well. Vanded Plus, I believe they're called. Very, very good as well. So I want to get on to Taunting Cobras in a second. But someone mentioned Budgie. There's a riff on... Forget the album, but it's... I think it's called Heavy Revolution. It's like total Judas Priest. Vandenberg. Okay, let's do Taunting Cobras, because another great Alex Skolnick Savatage era riff. It's probably John Oliver playing guitar, actually. Yeah, this was... I remember finding this album, and the reissue CDs used to have great liner notes by Paul O'Neill, and I remember getting this, and, you know, a lot of it was them dealing with Chris's death. So this was particularly, like, reading the booklet while listening to how heavy this song was. So good. That is, yeah, this blew my mind when I heard it for the first time. That is such a good riff. Far out. Far out. What tuning is this in as well? It's in drop D. So I just play everything up with the frets. And then he goes into the whole... Sounds like there's something going on there, though. Not to come up with a pun. So... this is just intense, isn't it? So that other riff there, to me it sounds like there's... It's a whole... I mean, it's still a Savatage song, isn't it? So, very, 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 very interesting. Yes, it is. Well, 2:08 now over here. So, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Thank you for the amazing, generous super chat, Jeff. There was another one. What's the song I'm thinking of on Wake of Magellan? That's a good excuse to dive into these underrated Savatage songs and albums. It is called Blackjack Guillotine. That's the one. I really like this. It's almost like a Pink Floyd intro. This riff. Again, like just meat and potatoes, but that main riff, that... So it's drop D sweet. I'll do it in drop C. Very, almost like has a kind of King's X feel about it. There's a common thread here, right? Although King's X will play that as like... I really like that chord at the start, that, like a drop D, D minor with the open E string. Very, very nice. Anyway, I've enjoyed... Yeah, the low E's going, isn't it? There's also a lot of pitch detune on there. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit flat. As you get when you're in these super low tunings sometimes. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Very movie soundtrack, isn't it? can... Never remember the verse in that song, but it slaps. What a good riff. What a great song that... It's good that there's so many Savatage fans in here, because we can all appreciate this, right? Make sure that's actually coming up on the, you know, music goals and physique goals on this guy as well. But there's also, remember this edition, my wife got me this as a gift. This cool, what is this? Oh yeah, that's the front. This is sick. I love this. Gatefold. And there is another little record in here as well. I just got to find it. How good is vinyl? I love the liner notes in here as well. This is a great edition of a great album. This is awesome. Oh, that's right. It's colored. How good is that? Oh man, this is so good. Anyway, what's another killer song on here? Obviously it's a straight ahead song to play, but man, it just goes. There you go. Exactly. I'm going to play Strange Wings because I love the solo in that. I love Ray Gillen as well. So now that we're on a Savatage kick, let's lean into it. And the amount of reverb on the guitars on here it's glorious. So good. So good. I hope everybody is enjoying some Savatage. Yeah, Gold 80s vinyl. White Witch. Here we go. Here we go. We're just getting through the whole album. It feels like hanging out with your mates in a music store. You're like, oi, do that one. Do that one. Digga 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 digga.
Heartbeat is rapid, your blood pumping faster. Hands reach for the blade. Touch her, feel her, your body in greater. She leads you to your grave. Jesus, image of taste down in white, and you know you want it now.
That's it.
White witch, white witch, white witch, rising in you. White witch, coming for you. White witch, taking your souls. White witch, taking control.
So that chorus is... It's Crazy Train. Excellent selection. Excellent selection, everybody. Da, 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 da. Well, we're covering controlled substance related songs. What you say pre-lead 2 yellow? What am I using? I'm using the USA lead mid gain on there, but the tri-axis yellow is pretty sick as well. I can drop that one in. Let's do that. It sounds like this. Give it a little bit more. It sounds so similar, doesn't it? Da, da, da. Why can't I play Power of the Night? It's such a simple riff. It's so good as well. This is back to the lead mid gain, but without any high or low cut, so it's a little more open. Let's see, Power of the Night. How does it go again? Oh yeah, okay. That surely has to be one of the earliest implementations of drop C tuning. Okay, Stefan, take care. I'm actually going to jump off in a couple of minutes, so if anybody's got any more requests or any more questions, let me know. I'm butchering that riff as well. Let's just bring it up so that I don't totally butcher it. Do, do, do. God, that sounds good. so good. This one's from Shahada. Bought an Xbox 3 almost entirely because of you. I played the living crap out of it. That is all that matters, mate. You know, those things are meant to be thrashed, meant to have the hours put into them. That makes me very happy to hear. I play so much more guitar because I can just turn it on and plug it in, either through monitors or headphones. When I didn't have one, it was like, I'll turn my amp on, I'll let it warm up, I'll plug some pedals in, I'll get that thing, I'll tweak the volume, it doesn't sound the same as yesterday, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it actually, people go on and on about, oh, there's so much tweaking and how do I use it, and an amp and a pedal is easier. It's, for me, it's just so fast. So just kind of turn it on, and then within 15 seconds I have so it sounds the same every time as well, which is great, which is absolutely great. So anyway, Stefan, thanks for staying up so late. I'll let you go, mate. When is the next Ragdoll show happening around Perth? I think that's a good question. Probably August, and then we've got a pretty cool support coming up in September as well. So yeah, Ryan and I do a duo every Friday at the Henley Brook. So if you want to hear us play some acoustic stuff, that's pretty cool. But yeah, for the full band stuff, we're in Melbourne next Friday, and then I don't think there's anything booked in July. But yeah, August, September, kind of, you know, Perth in winter is not super conducive to people wanting to come out. So oh boy, you have to sing that song in E standard. That would not be fun. I can see why you quit. I just want to say as well to Miami Table, one, excellent name, and that's a very, very generous super chat, mate. So I can't go yet. You have to request something. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Check the tuning on this guitar as well. Maybe some King's X with a name like that. Where's all my volume going? What's happening with this? I can't believe someone just asked about Armored Saint in here. You guys are amazing. Black Flag. All right, let's try that one. I'm going to play this properly for you, mate. Thank you, Shaham. Glad you enjoyed the single as well. It was a lot of fun to put together. So let's do some King's X. I'll show you guys how to play this as well. Yeah. So that's what I'm missing. let's have a blast, shall we? It's probably in drop D as well, so I might virtual capo this one. Tune myself back up. Thanks to some guitar magic. Let's do this. Okay, I'll turn my mic off for this one as well. I need to actually figure out how to play this properly. So let's take a look at some of the parts very quickly, and then I'm going to bounce. But this is, learning King's X is always time well spent. So to everybody who has tuned in, legends, let's go. Yeah, so the main riffs, I think I understand how to do that. I'm in drop C and not drop D, so bear with me. There's a whole like chimey thing that he does in the verse as well. What does he do in the verse? That bit. I should be using single chords for this. That's the vibe. And then the whole... Let's try that part now. This is really, really challenging. Such a good part. That chord. Just even that, like... see how much I like to rip tie tape or off for our stuff as well. So this is great. Yeah, I mean, this guitar's just vibe, isn't it? Even just unplugged, it's very, very chimey. Alrighty, it's past 2:30 here, so I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. If you haven't checked out the new single, it's up on the YouTube channel. I would love if you went and, you know, watched it, left a comment, like and subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to everybody who left a super chat as well. Very, very generous. I really, really appreciate it. See you all very soon. Take it easy.